Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're back at it here. It's a new season and I've got the Evil Skarmy and just showing, maybe a way to play with the Evil Skarmy while also not changing up too much. Obviously, I love me some Ram Rider, love me Recruits, Executioner. So I'm just trying to keep the deck similar enough to what it was before. That way, there isn't all that crazy change that can happen. So I'm going to go Prince up high. So obviously we have the King Tower activated, which is going to help us. Prince is going to get on tower for, it looks like 2 hits. That's a pretty solid trade in my books. Now the real tricky thing is, I think we're going to do this here. We're going to go with the Skarmy and look at the Skarmy start working that down. So I'm going to take that damage. It's kind of an odd one here. But having that King Tower activated is massive for us. So I will take that. We're slightly down a bit, but we have King Tower activation. And honestly, so far with the Evil Skarmy, I feel like it pairs really well if you can just constantly swarm your opponent and have split lane pressure, because it just makes things a lot more difficult for them to kind of focus on, hey, what should I actually be focusing on and whatnot. So Ram Rider is obviously going to struggle. I really just needed to get that out of them. So I'm going to go Recruits here. We obviously have Barbarian for that. That's going to clean things up pretty nicely. I know he's got that Magic Archer, which is going to be problematic, but we'll get some Recruits on that other side, doing a little bit of damage there, so that'll be pretty good. I have Poison because just in case he's got something like the Mother Witch, or anything like that that makes it easier for him to defend the Evil Skarmy. That's the purpose of that. So whether or not that comes to fruition, that's where you can opt for a lighter spell to kind of help you out in that regard. Keep the deck a little cheaper because the deck is a little expensive right now. That should clean everything up. I don't think it's going to clean up that Evil Firecracker, unfortunately. This should be pretty good though. Ram Rider should be able to clean up that Firecracker. And then we're just going to go with the Executioner here. This should be pretty good. And then we're just going to go Prince right on top of that Magic Archer. Try to keep our Executioner alive and stagger it a little bit so he can't just drop Mega Knight on both of them. And just like that, as you can see, he's not hitting both of them, which is great. And then we're going to go for Recruits here. Having both does seem a little bit like duplicate, but having the Recruits and Skarmy, or if you don't want to go for Recruits, you can do something like Goblin Gang as well, and that works just as well. I think Vine Spell is still going to be absolutely amazing this season. Look at that, allowing our Ram Rider on through. I know they nerfed it a whole bunch, but it's still going to be able to take out your Dark Goblins, your Firecrackers. Still going to do a decent amount to cards like that. So all in all, I still think it's going to be a really solid get. Good game, well played. Let's get on to another one. All right, next match here. So if you don't have the Evil Skarmy, definitely feel free to just, keep up with the deck that I had last season. You don't really need a Lightning or Poison for the Mother Witch. You can obviously opt for, some lighter spells there. In addition, instead of the Skeleton Army, just go for like the Bandit, Royal Ghost. Evil Royal Ghost, I think, is coming out. So that's going to be another thing to kind of keep in mind. I'm going to go Ram Rider here in case he tries to pop that ability. Usually a pretty solid way to defend things pretty easily. He got that second tower, or the second tower, got engaged, so he was able to defend that. But all in all, not too bad. I'm just going to go and cycle Skarmy in the back. It's actually not that bad. It's 3 elixir. Your opponent doesn't really have to respond to the other one, but they do for the left one in theory. So we're probably going to give up 1 hit there, yeah, but the Prince should get in front. So we have the Vine Spell, depending on what he's got here. Gonna hit him with that Vine Spell before he pops that ability. I think the Vine Spell, because it doesn't last as long as before, the Golden Knight got out of that, but previously, obviously, it would have gotten taken out by the Prince and the Executioner. But we got a boatload of damage on that left side. Still think Vines is going to be really, really good. It's just not going to be super broken. Poison's also a solid option as a spell because you're able to defend the Jerry, the general there. So it's really going to be, I think, a more versatile option there. I'm going to go Barbro, just get right on top of that Firecracker. Earthquake I've seen as another potential like really solid counter. So if you also don't want to go for recruits, you can go for a building and use the building as bait. That's also a really solid option. See what he does here though. Kind of curious. I'm gonna go Ram Rider in the back. I know he's probably just gonna pop that ability. Then we're gonna go Executioner here. We have a massive push. Oh no, I dropped it right when that happened. That really sucks. Okay, I was not expecting that, but we're gonna get the Ram Rider on through. So as you can see, we just create a whole bunch of havoc and it just makes things a lot more difficult for the opponent to deal with. So he doesn't have Firecracker, which means we should be good to do this here. Barbaro backwards, and then we're gonna hit him with a Vine Spell. That's gonna buy our Prince some time to get onto that Hog Rider. And we should be good besides that. Let's go Ram Rider here. One thing that's really good about this version of the deck is you do have poison. So that is gonna help you big time in terms of, you know, being able to eventually spell out your opponent. So that's something just to keep in mind there. I'm gonna go for Skarmy up high. Seems wild, but yeah, I mean, the Golden Knight's still not gonna be able to reach the tower, so Barbaro is gonna do good there, I think. We'll go Executioner up high. Should be able to take out that Firecracker. And unfortunately, the Golden Knight's on the Executioner, but I'm gonna just start spell cycling them right here. Drop that poison. That Ice Spirit was a real bad mistake because that kited the Prince towards the tower and not towards his cannon. Really bad mistake, but good game, well played. Let's get on to another one. Next match here, keeping things rolling. And again, because this deck is heavier to start out, I'm going to go with the recruits on that Dark Goblin. It's basically 4 Elixir recruits. And we have answers to E-Bar or Elite Barbarians. So that's the one thing with playing you know, earlier in the season is you just don't know what you're going to go up against. We'll go Ram Rider here. Looks like it's going to be an interesting, you know, bait deck with, you know, log bait with Elite Barbarians. So that's a possibility. Barbarian is going to get a hit off, so that's pretty nice. It looks like it's log bait with E-Barb, so that will be interesting. We obviously have the recruits, and we obviously have Skarmy. So this is going to be really interesting here. I think Executioner is going to be more than enough to defend. I'm going to place it high. Oh, I wanted to place it 1 tile higher, but I don't think it mattered. Obviously, I want the Executioner going to the right because that's the side we're putting some pressure on right now. Can we get 1 throw? That'd be great. We don't get it. I'm going to go Skarmy on top of this, which is wild, but it's a 3-for-3 trade, and he has to respond to it. And he's got wall breakers, so I'm just gonna go Ram Rider here. I'm not gonna take that damage unnecessarily, but you know, that's definitely one of those things where I wouldn't mind taking some damage if I had to. Okay, so this is where things get a little bit sus. And then we have Barbaro coming up next, so we can clean up those Spear Goblins because those are putting in work. But we got 5 recruits on the right side because of the E-Barb, so that's gonna help out massive on defense. I'm just waiting on that Princess. Vines will still take out Princess after the nerf, so, you know, still feel free to do that there. I'm going to go Prince right here. Oh, what the heck? All right, so he definitely outcycled me there, but I'm going to hit him with a Vine Spell. Vines is still good enough to take out the Goblins, which is pretty good there. But yeah, I mean, he just outcycled me, and that's all I can say there. So Prince, hopefully, if I played that a little bit sooner, we would have been able to defend it. And the Prince would have probably gone onto tower, or he'd have to drop something else really quickly. But all in all, still pretty solid. Can't really complain there. I'm going to hope he doesn't have Rocket. I lost track how many cards he's played. It might be 7. Could be more, but... Alright, so he's going to do that, which is fine. I'm going to do this here. So we're just going to make sure we get the Goblins taken care of. Even though both those wall breakers connect, the evil wall breakers connect, he spent so much there. I'm going to split this, and I'm just going to hit him with the Vine Spell. Because that left side, he's going to have to drop something, else that is just going to get right on tower, and luckily he had arrows for him. I'm going to go Ram Rider here, and see if we can just continue putting some pressure on this right side. I am tempted to take the damage here, so that's what I might do, but if he goes with the Princess, I'm going to go Recruits, and I'm going to go Prince on this on the left side here, kind of keeping him a little off balance, hopefully. But it looks like we're going to get some recruits on that tower, so that's pretty good. I'm going to go with Executioner here. this should be a-okay on that Dart Goblin, I think, because it's going to attack it early enough, which is nice. Let's do this. Let's go Barb Barrel. Oh, wow. Okay, I was not expecting that, but I hit the right side, so that's going to work out. I missed one ever so slightly, but I'm going to go Ram right here. See what he does. Oh, that's definitely not going to be enough. We're going to go with the poison, and that's going to wrap things up. Good game, well played against a really, really interesting log bait deck early in the season. Good game, well played. Let's get on to another one. All right, next match here. Keeping things rolling, and we have an interesting hand to start out. We don't have Skarmy to cycle. Our opponent's got Skarmy, and I didn't check for a shard, so it's possible he's got the evil Skarmy, but we'll just have to keep that in mind that he does have Skarmy. Oh, Inferno Dragon is going to be a little tricky here. He does have Skarmy, so what does he have for Prince? It's one of those things where it's early enough in the season where I'm going to take that bet. And seeing that, we're in an okay spot for sure. We're definitely in an okay spot because we can go Skarmy like this, and that will still be able to defend the Inferno Dragon, which is really nice. I'm going to go Ram Rider here afterwards. And that should be pretty good. We should be able to clean this up pretty nicely, even on defense. We get some Skarmy damage on that right side. And our tower's going to start working down the Skarmy. I think probably end up getting like 3 Skarmies or 3 Larrys on the tower for some damage. But all in all, we're still in the lead. I'm going to take it. Just feeling things out. But yeah, this deck feels maybe feels a little clunky, maybe a little heavy is what I should probably say for this season. But right now, I'm just gonna roll with it and then see what we come up with, you know. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna wait. Then I'm gonna hit him with a Vine Spell, get the recruits on the balloon just to help out. I think that's probably the best way I could have played it. He's gonna get, oh, he only gets 1 hit, which is nice. So knowing that it's going to be balloon kind of changes things up a little bit. He's got Skarmy, he's got the Inferno Dragon, so we'll have to be super cautious there. Then I'm just going to go with the Skarmy here. I think this is fine. Obviously would have loved to not have to use this, but at the end of the day, we're going to get a cycle on the Executioner, so we should be fine on his next push. But he's got the Mega Knight as well. So that's where I'm a little bit sussed out. I'm going to go with the recruits here. I'm going to work that down because I want him to focus on that right side with something. So Magic Archer will get taken out. I'm gonna see, this is where I'm just gonna hit him with the Vine Spell, go with the Barb Barrel as well, and Prince gets that connection, which is really nice there, because that's gonna help things kind of clean up really nicely. He's got Mega Knights, so he didn't have enough, which is really nice there. Obviously we have the Evil Larry. I'm just gonna go, or I guess it'd be Jerry at that point, but anyways, we're gonna roll with this here. I'm gonna go for the recruits, and this should be a pretty solid push. I know he's gonna have to go with the Wizard there, Wizard, and then we're gonna go with the Prince in the middle. And what does he have besides Lumberjack? I'm gonna hit him with a Vine Spell, and that right there is going to be way too much for him to defend. I think this recruits Evil Skarmy combo is pretty filthy. Whether you want to go with recruits or you want to go lighter and maybe go with Goblin Gang, or maybe even the Barbarians. Maybe not the Barbarians as much because, you know, the recruits and the gang is going to force out log, arrows, zap, whatever it may be. And that might be something that they want to use on the evil skeleton army. So it's just going to be a bunch of mayhem. And we'll see, you know, how prevalent the Mother Witch is going to be. I don't quite know yet, but if that's the case, you know, something like Fireball, Poison, Lightning is going to be great as well, but Lightning's heavier. But if not, you know, maybe you can opt for a lighter spell and just kind of be able to get away with this. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Obviously, I'm going to be trying different things out with the Evil Skarmy and then eventually with the Evil Rogue Ghost. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the deck down in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.